You beat WoW. Asmongold reacts to Final Fantasy XIV game director Yoshida. Naoki Yoshida. Yoshi-P. Our guy.
Yoshi-P's take on Final Fantasy XIV, recent surge, and wow, wholesome. All right, let's watch this. This has got a whole lot of likes.
吉田さん、今年ワールド・オブ・ウォークラフトに勝っちゃったじゃないですか。ちょっとディスってくださいよ。
勝ってないよ。勝ってないよ。ね、それちょっとやっぱり心苦しくて。
Yeah, I don't want to read that. Time out the whole day.
これは絶対ブリザードの人たち思ってるんですけど。
Blizzard's definitely aware of this.
Warcraft around the board wouldn't exist.
申請できてないんですよ。僕らがやっぱりお手本にするゲームがあって。
It's obvious that that was the case.
やっぱりこう MMO のゲームデザインをまるっきり変えたのがワールド・オブ・ウォークラフトなので、それを僕らは自分たちの強みは FF でストーリーベースなので、よりそこを強化した、もう簡単に言っちゃえばよりそこを主人公を自分にしたワールド・オブ・ウォークラフトを作ろうっていうのが分かりやすければコンセプトで、勝ったとか負けたとかってちゃんちゃらおかしいんですよ、正直。だって最初から目標なんだものだって、それをベースにしてるから。だからあとすごい思うんですけど、WoW の
You want to know what's the funniest thing that just came to my mind? Is like, you guys remember what used to be the Blizzard specialty, right? What's Blizzard's specialty? Their specialty was picking up games and, you know, distilling down the essential elements that would make that specific game, and then make their own version of that game with all the improvements that they thought of. So like World of Warcraft is kind of like their vision of EverQuest 2. Diablo was their vision of Baldur's Gate. Warcraft and Starcraft was their vision of like Dune and Command and Conquer. And if you take that into account, it's so... I don't even know what the word is to describe it, but the thing that comes to mind is it's so cool that basically what Yoshida did was he looked at World of Warcraft and he made his version of World of Warcraft. So it's kind of like, if we go deep down enough, it's like, so it's like his version of EverQuest 2 as well. I think that is really cool. It's poetic. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's not stealing, it's taking inspiration from. Stealing is a very loaded word. Taking inspiration from. He did what Blizzard did, but better. It's not even just... In certain aspects, it's definitely better. But it's like, it's better than the current version of World of Warcraft. Right? Because like, if you look at World of Warcraft during portions of Wrath of the Lich King, I would say that that is kind of like... or maybe it's just a lot of nostalgia for me, but I would say that that is in a lot of ways much more comparable to what Final Fantasy is today. Which is weird, because like, if you think about it, you imagine a company just like keeps building up on their success and keeps making better and better things, right? But the more crap Blizzard added on to World of Warcraft, they kept making it worse and worse and worse, to the point where if you ask someone, like, what was your favorite expansion? I would say like 90% of people would say Wrath of the Lich King.
最大そのもうピーク、まあ発表されてるピークですけど、課金会員数
Yeah, it's like 10 million people, like 11, 12, yeah, it's 12,
課金会員数1200万ですよ。勝てるわけがないでしょ。
I actually think that there's a point where the game can get bigger than that. I 100% believe that like, not necessarily Final Fantasy, maybe not Final Fantasy, but look at how many people played New World, or how many people played Among Us or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many people getting involved with it and everything that it's such a massive advantage, right? It's so fucking huge. So to me, I think it does really matter. And it could get bigger than WoW was.
今毎日こう変な話ちょっと今本当びっくりするんですけど、数千ずつ毎日上がってて怖いんですよ。そうでも14はピークをまだまだ更新毎日し続けてるんですけど。
Yeah, I don't know if they say how many subs they have.
もうだから天文学的な数字なんですよ。僕ら MMO を運営してる側からしたら。なんでそれを考えるともうなんか。 一時期ね、まあ頑張ってきたからこそではあるんですけど、その勝っただの抜いただのって言われるのは正直僕からするとちょっと迷惑。そういうもんじゃない、そういうもんじゃないんで。
俺最強って。
I was hoping you would say we're the best.
Yeah, it does suck because like I think that a lot of people who are fans of WoW and fans of Final Fantasy, etc., like it's one of those negative things where you do have people. I think as consumers and as people that play the game, it is kind of like there's a certain degree of validation people get whenever they quit WoW and then they see another game doing better than WoW because they didn't like the way that WoW was being played or WoW was being developed. So I can actually really understand the reason why people are hostile about this. It does definitely make sense, but at the same time, it does suck too.
最強って思う
Definitely is paying me. I don't
Damn it.
are hostile about this. It
キャラでやってき
makes sense, but at the same time, it does suck too.
It's like, this is again the thing that I always say, the mentality that you need to have is that you should want all MMOs to be good. Because the better the MMOs are, when it comes to MMOs in general, like if you're a World of Warcraft player, you should want Final Fantasy XIV to be awesome. If you're a Final Fantasy XIV player, you should want World of Warcraft to be awesome. If you're a New World player, you should want, World of Warcraft and 14 to be awesome. Like, you should want there to be more competition. Because that is what makes the games better. Because they have to compete with a different game. That's a good thing. It's the same thing with consoles. Like, people always like, PlayStation's the best. Xbox is the best. It's like, doesn't matter which one is your box of choice. You should want the best for the other brand as well. Like, you guys know me. I have the PlayStation. And I've been playing PlayStation when it comes to consoles. And I'm super happy with the success that Microsoft is seeing with the Game Pass. Like, I know Game Pass is not for me because of the way that I consume games, but I'm super happy that they're being successful because hopefully that pushes Sony to be even better. That's the thing that you got to look at it. Rory, what class would you recommend for pure soloing in Final Fantasy XIV? I mean, the tanks are pretty good, the healers are pretty good, and Red Mage is pretty good. So one of those, like when it comes to tanks, really any tank pretty much can solo almost anything. If you want to go solo old raids, probably the Paladin is going to edge out in front because you get an on-demand heal. But Gunbreakers also have like a regen. Warriors have, what's it called? The Nascent Flash. Dark Knights I actually don't know because I don't play enough. I barely play Dark Knight. But like those three tanks are good for soloing. Any healer is pretty decent for soloing. I'd probably recommend White Mage if you want to solo on a healer. And Red Mage is really good because it's a caster, but it has an on-demand heal. So that makes him really good for soloing as well. So it's all about, do you want to be like a melee class and pick one of the three tanks I talked about? Do you want to be a healer? Then just probably White Mage I would recommend. Do you want to be a caster? Then you should be a Red Mage. Melee deeps I would probably not recommend for soloing. And range deeps I don't even know enough about. But yeah. Just to play casual. If you just want to play casual alone, you can literally play any class. Because, like, when you said soloing, I was thinking, like, you want to go solo, like, some raids and stuff like that. And I was replying in terms of, like, soloing raids and doing some of the harder content. For casually playing alone, any class is good. Literally any class is good. Yeah, because you get a chocobo. So, yeah. Warriors just have fell cleave, and that's all they need. It's fine. If I was that type of guy, we'd miss our footing on the way, and 14 wouldn't be loved by so many people.
最強って思うキャラでやってきてたら、途中で多分転げ落ちて、サービスグダグダになってるような気がするんで。
Has a very good thing.
これはないっすね。
New Final Fantasy tweet on server congestion. Let me see here if I can look at this. We would like to share the brief message from producer and director Naoki Yoshida. Just give me a second. Let me play a song again. Yoshida about the world servers and plans for accommodating growing number of players. That's crazy. So like they're actually having that much more people come in and get involved, right?
Yeah, the
that's
Asmongold
absolutely fucking nuts, dude. That is fucking nuts. Greetings, Final Fantasy players. This is your producer and director, Naoki Yoshida. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for all your continued support. Expectations for 6.0 are high and have resulted in an increased interest in Final Fantasy XIV, especially in North America and Europe, where we are experiencing an extreme influx of new players. As mentioned above, Final Fantasy is currently experiencing a dramatic increase in its player base. The increase is not only limited to the global version, but also locally operated Chinese and Korean versions as well. Recently, we've experienced record number of users in all regions, with a vast amount of new players beginning their adventures. That is crazy. In particular, the increase in NA and EU region players over the past 2 weeks has been so staggering and unexpected that many players are now having difficulty logging in or creating new characters due to server congestion. And for this, we deeply apologize. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, dude, was that all? Like,
sorry about that.
That is fucking nuts. Oh my fucking God.
I love how Asmongold just goes, yeah, sorry about that. My bad, team. My bad.
Oh my God, what did we do? What did we do, boys? That's insane. Like, they're putting out a fucking... They're putting out a press release because there's so many of us playing the game, right? I know it's not all me. It's definitely not. There's a lot of other people, but a lot of people are giving me a lot of credit for it, which I think that definitely should go for other people as well, because it's not really just me. Like, yes, obviously it's my stream too.
No, it was me. It was me. What do you mean, you? No. Let me. No. Listen. No. Listen. You guys think it's Asmongold?
Hi there. My name's Rurikhan.
No. It was me. Look, right there. Look. Since, when was the first one that I made, I wonder? Jesus Christ. Okay, so this one's a little bit too old. This one actually got some decent views. This is when I played Realm Reborn for the first time on PS4. You guys want to know something really cool about this video? Wait. Let me just see if this is the right video. Oh my God, the old intro. So something really cool about this video is that footage from this video was used in a Total Biscuit video. Total Biscuit made a video talking about Final Fantasy XIV and he used some of my footage. So there's a little bit of me in Total Biscuit's channel. Oh, man. Yeah, 7 years ago. See, look how much longer I played this so much, so much earlier than everybody else. That's right. We know that your videos only got attention because of Asmon and Belar. No. Listen, they started playing because of me. That's what you need to understand. See, I even have an interview with 1,000 views. I have an interview with 1,000 views with the community manager of Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, I started making content about this like in 2019. This is good stuff. I even have my thing for each of the expansions. I talked about it. Look, this is what my character used to look like. Just an old man. Look at that shit. This is what my character used to look like, dude. It's like this really old man. He still has the painted. No, I think. Can these ones actually have the eyebrows? I forget. No, these can't. It's a Highlander. He can't have eyebrows either. But yeah, this one is like, dude, and the cinematic where this thing takes place, dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But yeah, besides the point.
But it's a lot of people, and the reality is that I might not have tried it if my other friends didn't try it. I might not have tried it if Rich didn't try it. I might not have tried it if Annie didn't try it. I might not have tried it if I didn't watch the Jesse Cox video, etc. So like there's a lot to it, right? Even if I'm like the biggest person, doesn't mean like other people weren't they weren't there in the first place, right? I don't know. It's hard for me really to say. But regardless, the increased capacity of simultaneous logins from NA data centers to 18,000, or approximately 750 per world server. Until the upgrade is implemented, it'll be difficult for us to raise the world login caps to the same degree of those in North American worlds. Yeah, so you get logged out if you're AFK. That's not really a big deal to me. I think that's probably a good thing. Yeah, Bellior is another one, man. I watched them, and that's what got me motivated for it. And so, yeah, you're going to be automatically logged out now because there's so many people playing the game. And insufficient servers due to semiconductor shortage and travel restrictions. In conclusion, as producer, responsibility for being unable to predict the current influx of new players falls to me. Days before an expansion launch are supposed to be the ones of excitement, except they brought many players grief, and for that, I'm personally sorry. Look, I think that realistically, it has been a small queue time, but let's be honest. If this was Blizzard, we'd have to be apologizing for them. And so, let's see. For years, we've been watching remote players around the world stream their time with Final Fantasy XIV, and now we sit in awe while new fans join their ranks. Wait, yo, look at this. We've watched new players stream their time in Final Fantasy, and now we sit in awe while new players join their ranks. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy?
Imagine acknowledging streamers. Imagine acknowledging streamers and content creators. Good God. Who does that?
Crazy. Oh my God. Let's see here. As we enter our final push in development for Endwalker, it's a constant flow of positive energy that motivates us all into development. We are aware of the burden that we placed upon our player base and working diligently to lighten it up in the coming months. That's incredible, man. That's really, really cool. It definitely is. Pay me. I don't need. Listen, they already did. They paid me by making a good game. I don't need. I do not require any more payment or anything like that. I'm just quite happy about that, and that's what matters the most to me, man. Yeah, just make the good game, and that's all that matters to me.